I am immensely proud to be back in my alma mater, especially because I'm going to get a chance to work with the orchestra and the wind ensemble. And these are groups that I was a part of it for 4 years and really cemented my love of performing. And even when I was a student here, the level was absolutely remarkable. Some of the best musicians and artists I met happen to be some of my fellow students and who've gone to great careers. And like me, are very proud Baylor grads, sick and bears. This morning, I'm going to work with the orchestra with Mahler's Second Symphony, The Resurrection, which is one of the most powerful pieces of music, I think, in the repertoire. With Gustav Mahler, it's always about extremes. The only other composer I can think of like that is Tchaikovsky. There is no middle ground, because this man was one of the most complex and most difficult personalities, I would say, that has ever lived in the history of classical music. Conductor by training, that was his day job. He was brutal, he was demanding, he was a tyrant in every sense of the word, because he demanded not only perfection, he wanted more. Hated during his lifetime, but history has come to prove him right, in the sense that the Vienna Philharmonic nowadays and the New York Philharmonic will proudly tell you the standards that they carry nowadays were established by Gustav Mahler 120 years ago or 110 years ago. He was a summer composer. Because he had a day job as an opera conductor, he could only compose in the summers. That's why we only have 9.5 symphonies, depending on how you count them. And he was really the only one conducting his own music. And he himself said that my music is not understood yet. Time will come. After 2 world wars, yeah, we understand that tragedy, and we understand that that idea of how music can communicate not only very positive thoughts, but also incredibly negative as well. And with Gustav Mahler, you get everything. You're going to go to the very top of the mountain and celebrate it, but as soon as you get there, just like it's happening in life, and especially for him personally, you will be brought down to the greatest depths of depression. Gustav Mahler is the only composer I can think of whose entire repertoire, all 15 pieces of them, are in the standard repertoire, are performed regularly. Gustav Mahler has that particular, I think, privilege, because his music is able to make an emotional connection with the audiences. People can understand the grief, they can understand the hope, they can understand the tragedy, they can understand the pain, they can understand the depression. Every time I conduct this music, you can almost hear a pin drop. The Second Symphony, The Resurrection, because of the title of it, the idea of life after death, is one that is common around the world regardless of your faith. But the way that Gustav Mahler puts it into music, and it's very human in its doubt, but at the same time it's hopeful that maybe there is that rainbow at the end of the tunnel, is one that when I conduct it, gets my heart beating incredibly fast. I get the goosebumps in the same spot. And I cannot imagine a better way to celebrate the joy of music making than when you play music that goes beyond what you hear with your ears, but really goes deep inside your soul. And that in the end is the whole reason why I am incredibly privileged to call myself a professional musician.